Hey, time travelers. Welcome back to Time Echoes, the podcast where history spills the tea and we're here for it. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sophie. Buckle up, folks, because today we're diving into one of the most mind-blowing inventions of the ancient world, the Antikythera Mechanism, also known as the world's first mechanical computer.
Yes, imagine a bronze device over 2,000 years old sitting at a shipwreck, quietly calculating eclipses and planetary positions, like the ultimate nerd flex of the ancient Greeks.
I mean, we struggle with our smartphones sometimes, and these ancient folks had a gear system that could predict celestial movements. No Wi-Fi, no batteries, just bronze, genius, and probably a lot of coffee.
Or olive oil, ancient Greece, remember? Anyway, let's set the scene. It was around 100 BCE. A ship was traveling somewhere in the Aegean Sea, and it sank near the island of Antikythera. Centuries later, sponge divers discovered it, along with a treasure trove of other artifacts.
But hidden among the corals and rocks was this strange bronze device covered in incrustations.
At first, people thought it was a clock or a fancy astrolabe. Nope. Turns out it was way ahead of its time.
And when I say ahead of its time, I mean like literally 2,000 years ahead. This thing had over 30 interlocking gears, and each one was precisely cut to calculate the movements of the sun, moon, and even the planets.
And it wasn't just a geeky calculator. It tracked eclipses, the cycles of the moon, and even the ancient Olympic Games. Like, hey, Alex, want to know when the next Olympics are? Let me just spin this bronze gear.
Exactly. Imagine showing that to your math teacher today. Yeah, Mrs. Peterson, I made a device that predicts celestial events. No app required.
And the detail. Some gears were designed to account for the irregular orbit of the moon. It's called the metonic cycle, and it was mapped into bronze gears. These ancient engineers were basically saying, we got this, nature, watch us.
So, how did it work? The mechanism had front and back dials. The front showed the calendar year, the position of the sun and moon, and zodiac signs. The back? That's where it predicted lunar and solar eclipses.
And let me tell you, it wasn't just a set-it-and-forget-it device. The operator had to turn a hand crank, which powered all the gears simultaneously. One turn, and a whole cosmic ballet was displayed.
I love picturing it. Some Greek scholar, probably wearing a toga and sandals, sitting there, cranking this thing while thinking, yes, the cosmos is mine to control.
And the inscriptions. There were over 2,000 tiny letters etched into the bronze, explaining how to use it, what predictions it could make, and even warnings like, don't drop this in the bath.
Okay, that last one might be my addition, but it's believable. The point is, this was not just a machine, it was a manual on the cosmos.
And here's where it gets wild. Until its discovery, historians didn't believe ancient civilizations were capable of this level of engineering. They assumed complex gearing systems only appeared in the medieval period.
But the Antikythera Mechanism proves the Greeks were building mini-computers long before we had any clue. It's like finding out your great-great-grandparents had a secret Formula One car in the garage.
And the way it survived underwater for centuries? Pure luck. Bronze corrodes, gears get stuck, but somehow enough of it remained for modern scientists to study. They used X-ray imaging and 3D reconstructions to understand it.
Which is basically like giving Indiana Jones and NASA a joint project. They literally reconstructed the ancient device in all its glory.
And the theories keep rolling. Some think it could track planets like Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Others suggest it could even predict lunar phases decades in advance. Yeah, and imagine being the person responsible for keeping it accurate. One misaligned gear and suddenly your eclipse prediction is off by months. Oops, sorry everyone, total solar eclipse next Tuesday is actually in 3 weeks.
Ancient Greeks oops moments. But seriously, the precision is insane. Modern mechanical clocks couldn't replicate this complexity for over a millennium.
And that's the lesson here. Human ingenuity doesn't always follow a straight line. Sometimes brilliance appears, disappears, and then shows up again centuries later.
So, why did it disappear? Why don't we see a fleet of these ancient computers everywhere?
Likely because it was extremely difficult to make. Crafting bronze gears with that precision takes immense skill, and the knowledge may have been lost as craftsmen died or technology wasn't widely shared.
And let's not forget, history loves a good shipwreck mystery. Who knows how many other mechanisms sank in the sea, just waiting to be discovered?
The Antikythera Mechanism reminds us that history is full of surprises. One moment you think you know what ancient people were capable of, and then bam, a 2,000-year-old computer shows up.
It also makes you wonder what other lost tech is out there, forgotten, sunken, buried, or simply never recorded.
And that's the beauty of history. It's not just dates and names. It's humans being weird, smart, ambitious, and occasionally building machines we can barely comprehend today.
So, listeners, if you enjoyed this dive into the Antikythera Mechanism, let us know your thoughts. What's the coolest lost tech you've read about? Would you want one of these ancient computers on your desk today?
Don't forget to subscribe to Time Echoes and leave a review if you enjoyed our episode. Every click powers our time machine and keeps these history stories coming.
Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and remember, sometimes the past is stranger and smarter than we can ever imagine.
See you later, time travelers. Keep your scrolls flipping and your gears turning.